Hello and welcome. I'm Relinda Thomas, and I'm going to help you to put in some assessment findings in TaskStream. First, you'll go to Assessment Findings. Next, you'll check out the area. When you click on the Checkout button, please remember that you're the only one who'll be able to work in that section. So when you're done, please remember to check it back in. Now, when you're adding in your assessment findings, there should already be an assessment plan in place. Now don't worry if you don't see it yet. If you click on the blue bar, it should drop down your assessment plan. Your assessment plan, of course, consists of your goals. It mentions what your outcomes are, and for each outcome there should be a measure, some type of document or some type of test, some event that shows that you have either met or not met your target. At this time, we should be ready to add in the findings for each one of the outcomes. Here's how we do it. On the right side of the screen, click Add Findings. This is going to open up a series of dialog boxes that allow you to give a brief summary of your outcomes. Now in this case, the outcome is asking for 80% student proficiency in your undergraduate program areas. And so we'll put in a sample summary of findings. This is just an example. Let's say, for instance, that 84%, of your students demonstrated proficiency. Okay, as measured by an exit exam. All right, fantastic. Now then, given that you have exceeded your target, we can give the recommendations. And your recommendations may be, to continue instructional strategies and possibly even raise expectations on the capstone course rubric. The reflections simply give a few more details about what you learned from this experience and how you might continue to grow. And so from this situation, we might say that the instructional strategy appeared to be successful. We will continue to use and improve the strategy. And of course, you could give details on how you plan to improve that. That really is something that you'll go in depth with in the next year. All right, now we have the end result. What was your target achievement? Was it not met, or exceeded? In this example, it was surely exceeded. So we can check spelling and then click Submit. And now we've entered our findings. If we want to make any changes, we can simply edit it. And of course, it's very important that we add in any documentation. So for instance, one of the things that I mentioned is that the students demonstrated proficiency on an exit exam. And so an excellent example would be if I were to upload a copy of the exit exam or upload a copy of a printout showing the students' results. What were their eventual scores, or what percentage showed proficiency? How can I document the findings that I am describing? To add that, you would simply click on Add and Attach Links, and that's going to bring up a new dialog box. You would simply give it a name. We can call it Exit Exam, and then you'll click on Browse. That will allow you to search your computer. In this case, I'm not actually going to add a document. You would describe the file, what type of exit exam is it, or any details about it, and then you would click Add File. In this case, this is just an example, so I'm going to come out of that. We'll follow the same steps for any additional measures. For instance, the next one calls for degree attainment, and we're looking for an 80% student retention rate. So the question is, how did you do on that? we can click Add Findings where you can describe it. Once again, you see a series of dialog boxes where you'll give a brief summary of your outcomes for this year. And let's say for instance, just for the sake of argument, that even though you were shooting for 80%, you almost made it. You got a 78% one-year retention rate. So this particular program area achieved a 78% one-year retention rate. And that might have been an improvement over the past year, it just wasn't quite at target. And so based on that, what might be your recommendations going forward? And it may simply be that you want to implement improvements to academic advising. Maybe you want students to learn more about how to do a CAPS audit. There may be many different things. And then the reflections. What did we learn? What can we use from this? What's the takeaway? All right. Just as an example, we might say that the advisors and students need greater use of training in the use of the CAPS audit. And here, even though we were close, we would have to put that the target was not met. When we're done, we'll check spelling and click Submit. Fantastic. And of course, we would want to upload any type of documentation. An excellent document would be the Retention Data Dashboard, which is a document that comes from Academic Affairs, and it shares the retention and graduation rates. We would simply click on the box, click on the button, which opens a dialog box. And once again, it gives us an option to name the file, the Retention Data Dashboard. You'd click Browse to search your computer so that you can locate it and upload it. You can give a brief description of the file if you choose, and then click Add File. This is how you add in your findings. You simply continue the exact same process for each of your outcomes. Great job! Thank you.